Good morning. Welcome back to the morning Qigong practice, our Bod Wan Ying, the 8 Silken Changes. This is the Levi Tai Chi School. I am Lao Shi Paul Nettles, owner and founder and soul educator. It is January the 4th, it's Monday, and I am pleased and honored and humbled that you could join me this morning and are going to spend some of your very precious time with me in this form. I was thinking, I often say in the mornings that we're going to work out together, and that's more than a little bit of a misnomer. Yes, this is a physical workout. It's not primarily one. Especially if you are new to this, if you have decided to join us for your New Year's resolution, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you're still learning, I strongly suggest going back a couple Sundays and looking at the Sunday basic classes. They'll give you a great foundation for your starting your workouts, your form, learning the processes. I seem to fall into the term workout automatically. I'm not sure why. I don't mean it as a physical thing. The Bod Wan Yin is not a mainly physical workout. This is not meant to be physical exertion. This is mental practice with some physical thrown in. What I've told people quite often is that in terms of meditation, in terms of mindfulness practice, I personally am not very good at zazen, at just sitting. I can't just sit on a cushion and be present. What I am good at and what I find comfort in is moving meditations, whether that be walking, whether that be Tai Chi or Qigong, using the Tai Chi ruler, anything that I can do to move in a small, controlled fashion. I don't mean running, I don't mean jogging, I don't mean, downhill slalom skiing. What I'm looking at and what I find solace and mindfulness practice opportunity in is slow, gentle movement like Qigong and Tai Chi offer. Enough to keep myself busy and enough to give myself some tone and flexibility, but not so much that I am exhausted, that I am burning all my energy and trying to run and thereby defeating my mind by being physically exhausted. I like being present while I do this. So if that suits your needs, if that is a interesting or appropriate way for you to meditate, then this is definitely a meditation system. Like I say, the workout side, the physical side is entirely secondary. We're giving our mind a workout. Let's put it that way. I say this because I don't know, that I will ever be able to stop myself from saying workout when I mean something maybe more appropriate like play the form or something to that effect. So pull my slippers off real quick. So thank you for joining me for my mental workout, my process. It's good to have you with me, whether you're live or not. I often have to adapt that because I'm still growing accustomed, even after 9 months, to talking to people who aren't physically present in the room with me. It's been an interesting opportunity, interesting challenge to adapt myself to this new way of life. And it's been fun. I have enjoyed this a great deal. These past 9 months have been a lot of fun and have paid very serious dividends for me, both in terms of mental and physical ability and advancement. If you look back at the first videos, of course, you'll see that I'm a little shaky. I'm not very confident with presenting this. I think I've gained a certain amount of confidence and a certain ability to speak to you as I would in person. been quite a challenge for me to overcome. If you watch the videos, you will see a physical improvement. I've gotten more flexible over the past 9 months. I've gotten more mindful. I've gotten calmer, which you can't really see that in the videos. But in my day-to-day life, I have gotten a lot more calm, a lot more centered, a lot less likely to fly off. And there have been some days, and they have been on here on video, where it's not been so good, where I've had days of depression, fought with seasonal affective disorder, fought with just plain depression. It still happens. This isn't a magic bullet. It's still going to happen, but not with the ferocity and intensity and duration that the untrained mind has to deal with. So I am very, very proud of that. And my mindfulness has helped me step my mindfulness into other aspects of my life. I have taken up what I was taught by Lyndon Marcotte years ago at a retreat. That's mindful eating, slowing down and being more aware of what goes in my mouth and to fuel the body, as far as quantity, speed, and simply paying attention to what I eat. And you will notice that I have shed more than a few pounds since those first days back in March when we began the videos. I think if you watch the videos in March, you'll see me gain weight until about April or May or so. I don't know when I started this whole weight loss journey thing, but it's paid dividends as well in terms of mindfulness, in terms of what I eat. I eat mindfully now. I eat slower and with more care. I don't just eat because I'm bored. When I go to the refrigerator or the cabinet, I think, well, why am I here? Am I bored? Am I hungry? Am I stressed? Am I actually needing some fuel? And that process has really, really made a remarkable change in my physique, which in my case, carrying about 50 extra pounds and losing most of that has helped improve my spinal health. I've always had a bad spine. I always had problems, but it's gotten better. Has helped my knees, has helped my feet, has helped my self-esteem, for that matter. So it's a lot going on here, more than it meets the eye, more than just a simple 30-minute set of movements and breathing. It's a lot going on. And the physical aspects are the visible ones. The mental ones are the ones that are causing the physical. So thank you for joining me. Let's go ahead and play the form, shall we? Lifting the heavens. Breathe out. Now gaze is backward. Breathe out. Draw a boat. Breathe out. Stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. Breathe out. Mary, heavens and earth. Breathe in. Quan Ti sits on his throne. Ease in. Lastly, stamp the earth. One more. Easy as that. You know, it's interesting to me, in the same way that you perform bodybuilding exercises by targeting muscles and by performing repetitive movements requiring strength that target that specific body part, that specific muscle group, you build musculature. By the same process, you build your mind. You don't just let it flail around like it wants to. If you do that with a physical fitness regime, you wouldn't manage anything. If you make it work at specific tasks, like focusing on breath or stopping those runaway thoughts when you engage with them and you run with them, by stopping that process, you train your mind. Your mind is a muscle sans musculature. It's a 3-pound lump of electric bacon in essence, but you still train it the same way you train biceps, pectorals, quadriceps, whatever you train. This works the same way. You simply make it do things. You make it stay in a pattern, a regime, and you train it that way, and it grows stronger and stronger. The joy of the mind is that the possibilities for training are endless, and there's very little limitation on how far you can go with that, other than your desires and your attention to your practice. So thank you this morning for sharing your attention to our practice together. Back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, as always. Video, of course, will be posted on YouTube and on Facebook. And then Saturday, we will resume in-person museum classes at 10:30. And if you haven't been to our museum, I strongly suggest you go visit it. It is a very safe place. It is a very carefully maintained place in terms of safety for you and for the artwork, which pays us benefits. It is well worth the visit. And there's an art show opening this Friday at 6 p.m. in person. I don't know which gallery it's in, but it's in the museum, of course. The show is called Pause. It is based around the experiences of Sinlaw, and by Sinlaw I mean 5 local parishes around, including Rapides. The artists within those 5 parishes' experiences and reactions to and ways of dealing with COVID, with the pandemic. And I am proud to have been included in that exhibition. I have 2 pieces in the show. So definitely come take a look if you feel safe. If you don't, it'll certainly be up for a while. And of course, Saturday morning, there's a small enough number of us that we are able to distance very, very effectively. And it is a tremendously rewarding practice in person. So join us if you can, Saturday morning, Alexandria Museum of Art, 10:30. It's on 2nd and Murray Street. And of course, live videos will always be here, as long as I can keep them up. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support. And as always, please stay safe and be well.